In this executioner right now, I've got a Reefs 1100 servo, a monster plug and play servo, right? Now, I'll just put in the BEC, the Reefs EZBEC. This is a plug and play deal, especially with the Reefs adapter. So it plugs in, plays, it bypasses the receiver. So it doesn't affect anything, no soldering, none of that BS. Guys, it's in. We're going to take it for a drive right now. I'm going to show you some before and after. Let's go. Straight off the ESC. Got that. Reefs BEC. Oh, goodness gracious. It's always dangerous to do that with no body. Straight off the ESC. Reefs BEC. Yeah. Now, this servo is an absolute beast with or without it, but added security to that makes a lot of difference. Straight off the ESC. With the Reefs. Good gracious. That's pretty darn incredible. So, big difference. Now, there is an argument to be made here. Is the servo, make this pull right here, is the servo working easier at the higher voltage or the lower voltage? Now, we know the higher voltage servo is going to make a lot more torque. It's faster. It's all those attributes that you really, really like to see, right? But durability on the servo, all that more power, more speed does come at a price. Driveline longevity, you know, you're obviously stressing the driveline more. I'm kind of thinking the motor is under a little more stress, but is it really under stress when the motor has enough power to get the job done versus struggling to get the job done? Now, this servo, it doesn't struggle really much. It doesn't struggle. 3S, not 3S, this is a direct power servo. I do like my direct power servos though. Oh my goodness. But at like 7.4, while the servo motor is straining more because it doesn't have the voltage to get the job done, is that more stress on the motor or less? Oh, yeah, buddy. Woo! One other thing that was mentioned to me is that BECs. Now, I've run a lot of different BECs. I really have. Castle, Hobby Wing, knockoff, whatever, Wing, Wang, Wong, Who, whatever brand it was. I've run a lot of them. And I've never really noticed it, but some of the guys, especially with the smaller packs, are saying once you start running a BEC like this, you start losing run time. Now, I can honestly, oh, my wire is hanging out. I got to get that put back in. But I can tell you, I get 25 and 30 minutes as it is or was. Like, get all them tied up when I get this video done. But I get 25, 30, and sometimes 40 minutes out of a single 650. So you kind of got to wonder, if it cuts me back 5 minutes, I still got more than enough of anything that I need for this truck to do, because it's not built for trail duty. It's just not. It's meant for 7 to 10 minute courses. Get those done, and then, you know, grab you another cheap battery, because these batteries are cheap. They really are. Throw it in the thing and go do your job on the next course. That's just kind of what it's meant for. It's what it's built to be for, you know, in my opinion. That's why I built it, right? One other reason to have a really strong servo is when you're in competition and you turn, you don't have room or space for it to not turn, for it to not make that pull, because you turn and you get that tire will reach, and you need that servo to pull that truck up in some cases, just like the little pull-ups I did with it, right? And then you look at stuff like this right here. Look at this mess right here. Just watch this. Look at that. That is a lot of turn, guys. And you get all the way maxed out on that, that's just nothing but raw stress, because in most cases, what do you have to have on your servo to get that kind of a turn throw? A long horn. And when you get all of that, am I going to actually crawl that? It'd be pretty sweet if I could get that crawl. Come on, back right tire. Oh, almost got it to crawl while I'm sitting here talking smack. But you got all those leverages against the servo. You put all that out there. This is the Longhorn by Reefs. You put that on there. I had one guy arguing with me, oh, the longer the horn, the more power the servo has. I'm like, no, not even a little bit. It's basic leverages. It's like taking a wrench, trying to get a bolt loose or something, right? You're gonna sit there and grab that wrench right up by the bolt head, right by the nut, and twist it as hard as you can by hand, right? What you gonna get? Nothing. You put your hand out to the edge. Now, granted, this is reverse of what the servos are giving us. You get more power and you break it loose, right? Think about it like this. A winch. You got the line around the drum. Guess what? When the line is at the drum, which is the smallest diameter available to that line, that winch is the strongest. It's also the slowest it's going to be. But it has the most power, and it's simple leverages. Hopefully I explained that right without causing too much confusion. I think the hammer thing might be a little bit confusing there, but anyway, the longer the horn, the more speed and throw you have. The shorter the horn, the more torque, the more raw pull or push, but the less throw. It's just like with gearing. Like this thing. Look at this. That's it. That is all it's got. And that creates what I call a real low, slow resolution, as in a lot of resolution down slow, and it really gives you a lot of control down low to really get the crawl on, right? Now I'm going to get down in position and get a little bit better spot of this. If I can make this pull up on here. Yeah. Pop that right there. You get more control and throttle control. With faster gearing, like say a race vehicle, you won't get this kind of control. You just won't. Just not going to happen. So anyways, I know I got way off topic there. Sometimes on my live, you guys get me running my mouth on who knows what, and man, I just get all into whatever that subject is. It's just crazy. So, but I don't know, some of the technical stuff just really gets my attention. I really like the technical part of this. Get that right there. I missed it, but I actually drove this all the way to the other side of that, and then kind of did a pull up onto that is what I did. Okay, we've been running straight for over 4 minutes. I probably got a total of 10 minutes or so plus on the overall drive that I've done for this video. Everything looks absolutely fantastic. There you go, guys. I'm going to leave it at that. Let me pull up. I just wonder if I can get a nice little glamour shot right here. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. So what do you guys think? So I guess the question is, I mean, does the servo work easier at higher voltage, or does it work easier at lower voltage? You kind of got to think lower voltage is easier because it's not pushing as hard, which is it's true. The gears aren't taking as much abuse or anything like that, but the board, it has to work harder with the voltage that it has, the voltage and amps on top of that. So I'm not sure. I'm curious to see what you guys have to say about that. Comment down below, let me know. And guys, have a great day, because I got to get this thing packed up for Beat the Creek. You guys have a good one. If you're still watching, you are top shelf. You are the cream of the crop, the pick of the litter. You are phenomenal. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. It means a lot to me. Now, down below, there are links for the products you see, also for channel memberships. If you guys want to be a part, channel members get early viewing on pretty much everything that I can. So, guys, check that description. There's a lot of info down there. Thank you all for watching.